so on today's episode of actually Jake and Chris's Opinion Corner, which is
nice treat.
It's
for viewers.
Addition of +1. So that would be Sig's new carry gun, the 320 X Compact, and I have not been a fan of 320s, including the M18, which is a brown 320. Which does look good, which is why I was bummed out when I really didn't like that gun, because the sad truth is I bought that gun to keep, and after a day I was like, I hate this gun, it's not for me. But it looked cool, and I will give it that, or I will give this gun that same compliment. I think it's cool looking.
Aesthetically pleasing.
I think it's an aesthetically quite pleasing gun.
Yeah.
Like, of the 320 lineup, that's definitely cool looking. If that was in tan, it would be even more cool, but I'll give it to you.
I can spray paint it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
I think it's quite a handsome little carry gun. The thing that I would like to sort of kick around, and keep in mind we are filming this video at the end of filming just a long day of filming, so
we've been out for 7 hours. So.
Yeah, so I mean, we're a little smoked right now, and yet, so we have, point being, we have no like preconceived conclusions to this. It's a little bit organic. So first thing I would say is, okay, well, whenever you say is something good, well, the immediate question should be compared to what? Like, good is a relative term. So if we said, okay, is the 320 good? I would say, well, what's it, to compare it to something, I think you really got to go to the king of the castle in that space, which is, well, how does it compare to a Glock 19, right? Specifically, that's a Gen 5 MOS, which would be the closest thing that gun is competing with. Guys, thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff that you already know what to do. In terms of how you can support our channel, we try to keep this thing as free and organic and fun as possible, so we don't ask for anything other than just support our company when you need us. What is it that you do? Thanks for asking. Actually in the real estate services world, so we operate in Utah, parts of Florida, Texas, Arizona. So if you're buying, selling a house, or if you have a buddy or something like that, contact us. You can go to the website, shoot us an email, shoot us a DM on Instagram. We'll have all that stuff below. And yeah, we'll get back to you. We actually see and check messages. So thanks for the support, and we'll see you guys soon. So just to give you and our own selves here reference, so that would be a rough size comparison. So you're gonna, 3.6 inch barrel, and then a 19 should be right at 4. I think it's literally like 4.02, so let's just call it 4. How about that, Glock? Just call it 4? Cool. So you got a slightly longer barrel. It's one of those things, who knows? My eyes play weird tricks on me all the time. Maybe it's just because of that rear sight, but I swear 320s just seem like super wide. It's like a wide body sports car or something. You're like, man, you put like fender flares in that thing, or like, what's the deal? In terms of the grips, it's actually a little longer. I mean, it's pretty damn close, but that 320 grip is actually a tad bit longer.
Yeah.
It is a tad bit longer, which is interesting because they have the same mag capacity. So that would tell you something. Hey, in terms of footprint, you might be dealing, and we have thunder now, okay. You might have a slightly bigger footprint if you're concealing that 320. Is it dramatic enough to really make a difference? No, I don't think it's like carrying a 17 versus a 19. I don't think it's that dramatic, but you definitely got a little...
Be happy medium between those two.
Yeah, I think it's in between that 19-17 space.
I think this makes up that difference, though.
You do pick up, just the addition of that sort of integrated, beaver tail, or whatever their term is that they would call that now. That is a nice touch, and obviously you're not going to get a slide bite with that. Not that you should be getting a ton of slide bite with a Glock, but I would take notice of that. To compare it to one other thing.
Have you ever had people say that, like, I don't like Glocks because I get slide bite?
No, I will say this. When I had one custom, like a Gucci Glock, the serrations were so sharp in the rear, that including at the bottom, that if you had any high grip, you were going to get chewed up.
Really?
So we had to file the bottom of the serration.
I feel like I got pretty meaty hands, and I'll get up there as much as I can and have plenty of space.
Yeah. On that, I'd have no issue. Depending on how that slide was cut, I've had issues in the past that were fixed, but still. Now, what's interesting, it's almost even a more interesting comparison to me is, okay, 365 XL versus that 320 X Compact. Because if you look, and again, I mean, we're doing this real time on the fly. This is not like we've been doing this all day.
Same.
The barrels, I mean, the barrel
Slide
length is
and everything.
identical.
Yeah.
I mean, really identical on the length of the gun, and in terms of our overall sort of footprint, if you're carrying it, that's about right.
Yeah.
So you're looking at a pretty decent chunk in terms of concealability difference. Could you conceal both? Yes, of course. But again, you got a double stack, and in this you've got kind of a hybrid between a single and a double stack.
Supposedly called like a staggered stack.
Yeah. But what's interesting is, of course, hey, you can take that 365 XL and you can throw in factory 15 round mags.
Yep.
So it's a legitimate point to go, okay, with that 320X carry and the XL, okay, depending on the size of your hands, you might say, hey, that XL is just not really an option for me. But for most, average sized people, you got to go, look, I can get the same capacity out of a smaller, including significantly thinner footprint, which does make that XL for me. And we're filming this after we compared this to a Glock 48. It still makes it to me the king of, at least to date, the king of like carry guns in terms of like smaller size carry guns. A
micro carry gun.
Yeah. I don't even know if I call it micro, but it's definitely super, subcompact probably.
Well, subcompact would be like a Glock 26.
Yeah, it'd be 26.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I guess
You call them micro carries, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It feels like that should be like a Derringer or something, but...
That, like, a Glock 43, 43X, a Hellcat, they all kind of fit in that same realm.
Yeah, yeah.
But, again, Glock is playing catch-up, because the mag capacity in these is ridiculous.
Crushes Glock.
Whatever black magic they do to that, I don't get it, is pretty cool.
Well, and what's interesting, again, with all these, Gen 5 19, MOS, keep in mind, 365 XL, that X carry, is you go, okay, look, all of them are capable out of the box of throwing on a dot. They're all actually not true with the Glock. The Glock's not coming with good sights. These both are coming with good sights, even if that rear sight is pretty blocky and ugly in all fairness, and falling off after a very, very brief window of rounds today. I mean, this gun was not abused today, and that this whole thing is literally about to fall off, and frankly, I don't even see where the hell you tighten it down.
It's got to be under the slide.
Yeah, but it's like, fuck, that's annoying, So, 2011 fanboy, like, it should be pretty obvious,
Fairly
guys.
obvious.
There's a 1911 on the shirt. Figure out the fanboy status, All that aside, give me your thoughts on that, because I think I have mine.
I am actually kind of disappointed in this one, to be honest.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to this, to being like a new carry gun. Let's be honest, 6'4", my size, I can conceal carry a Desert Eagle if I fucking want to.
Mm-hmm.
My daily carry is a Glock 43. Was looking for something a little bit more capacity. I throw on some extensions, get all that, but I was hyped on this gun. I played with it a lot at the shop. Really feels good in the hand, presents well, but to be completely honest, I'm pretty disappointed.
Why?
This main thing.
It's a disappointment.
That is ridiculous.
Yep.
For a gun with 100 rounds through it.
I agree.
I completely think that's unacceptable.
I agree.
I thought the ergonomics might be nice for shooting. I'm hitting low left on this. My accuracy was kind of all over.
Yeah.
And people are going to be like, well, you're not good at shooting.
Yeah, I mean, that can be fixed with training, obviously.
bit of time.
Assuming there is an issue with the gun. I'm not buying that there's an issue with the gun in terms of the accuracy.
Well, that sure is fucking helping.
No, that's not. And again, as a carry gun, you don't really want your new carry gun to take it out of the box and 100 rounds later your sight's falling off. That's not good.
Yeah.
That's a disappointment.
So who knows, I might play with it a little bit, see if I can get it to run a little bit better, train a little bit with it. But, I mean, honestly, at this point, I'm going back to my Glock 19 or 43.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm pretty disappointed in it, to be honest.
Well, I'll say this. I liked this better than the previous 320s. Even compared to the M18, frankly, I like that better. Mainly, I think largely because of the trigger. That X series trigger, versus just that M18 or even seeing 320 triggers. I like this trigger a lot better, so I will definitely concede that. I like that ambi slide release quite a bit better. Beyond that, I mean, frankly, it's just dimensions that are different. I mean, beyond that, it's the same, shit, really. but I like it better. Of the 320 series, I'll say this is the best of the 320 series that I've shot.
Yeah.
Do I love it? No, I'd say it's the best that I've shot thus far. And I have a feeling this is a gun that probably a lot of people will have interest in, because a lot of people do like 320s for, you know, hey, if you really want to put in a lot of time and make a lot of modifications to these, sure, I think you can probably get them to a pretty sweet place. I don't like to have to do a lot of mods to my guns, is the truth, which is part of the reason I am still a giant proponent. For the people that think I hate SIGs, I'm not. I still think, even after today, even though I'd lump these into different categories, I'd still tell you I think that 365 XL is the king of the castle when it comes to a small, discreet, relatively high capacity carry gun now. I like that better than the other 320s.
Yeah.
I don't love it. I like it better. You know, that's the best I can give you guys. And I don't know. I guess just go ahead and go nuts in the comment. Even though I feel like we were actually pretty respectful.
Fair. I mean, I was really looking forward to that gun.
I can't, you know, look, this is, you can't make that shit up. That's not on us, man.
Yeah.
That's how that gun came, so.
I just continue after all these guns, and I keep thinking, like, maybe this gun will be the Glock Killer. And look, I'm a Glock fanboy.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
I only own Glocks until that. Now, I mean, until someone gets their shit together or whatever, I really think that this is just, in my opinion, for that size gun,
it's the gold standard.
It's the standard.
It's the gold standard.
And everyone's going to be like, they just shoot terrible. There's professional shooters that shoot them with stock parts.
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, the ergonomics of a Glock are they're not great. If you shoot with enough, you're never gonna, it's you know, it is what it is. You just go, well, that's what I shoot, so that's what you know. And then if you pick up like a 2011, then you'll be like, well, damn, that Glock ergonomics are horrible. But if all you shoot are Glocks, you're not gonna notice it. I like the ergonomics of that better compared to the Glock, but, you know, this has changed nothing in my mind in terms of, hey, Glock 19 is still the gold standard when it comes to a polymer, relatively compact carry gun.
Some dude was in the shop the other day trying to argue with me, like, you know, a bunch of guys, team guys and special operations guys I know that if their unit would always run Glock. For the reliability, ease of parts. You can fix a Glock from the ground up. I mean, it is the gold standard. And he was like, no, that's not true. My brother trained special operations. They never shot Glocks. I know a lot of guys that deploy with Glocks, man. Yeah, no. So there's reason law enforcement, special operations, those dudes will use them if they can. So still searching for that one that'll kill it, but
hasn't come out yet.
I don't see it anytime soon, man.
Hasn't come out. So anyway, you guys, thanks for watching. Hey, you know, by the way, we razz you guys and we make, you know, fun of each other in videos and everyone, and hey, just know we're having fun.
If you buy a house with 1911 Syndicate, they'll give you your very own bald eagle.
Hold up. Where did you hear that?
Well, you know, it just felt right, so I went with it.
Can we legally do that? We'll look into it.
1911 Syndicate. They attack your real estate goals like an eagle.